morning. We're live from Radio 5 and Deerport Station. Listen close, it's time for Mystery Reading. I'm John Detweiler, your host. Arrival. He got there early. There was nobody in sight, but he still felt conspicuous. He sat in a chair, then stood. He paced, took off his hat. He watched the elevator doors, waiting for her to come. Suddenly he heard the elevator doors open and close on the floor below. The gears groaned, bringing her closer to him. His heart raced. He wiped his palms on his shorts. The doors opened slowly, revealing her standing there, waiting for him. She looked almost as scared as he did. They smiled tentatively. "Hello," he said. The rusty keys which have no locks. I carry them around with me every day, on a ring, on my belt. They are a symbol of my authority here. I can open every door. Do I? No, not most days. Most days I walk with a friend and talk. I was walking with Goldie today. She brought out her keys and showed me one. It was made of the sky. Looking through, I saw a storm, and then the sun, and then another storm, in a cycle, ever repeating, never ending. Always another storm, I said. Goldie said it was her favorite. I thought that was strange. I would have chosen the blue one. She asked to see my keys. I told her they are rusted together and did not bring them out. It's just one big key now, I said. Then I asked Goldie, what is locked away by the key made of the sky? She said I keep a tiger in that room. I thought that was strange. I would have kept a bird. She did not ask about my rooms or what I kept in them, but I could tell she wanted to, and I frowned because I wished she would. However, she did ask me this. How do you open your doors if your keys are all rusted? I replied, I don't really need them. None of my doors have locks. Flick of wing. Buzzing over the water, he breathed in a sweet smell wafting on the edge of the breeze. It was dead mouse, he thought, maybe rabbit. Definitely dead, anyway. Pleased with himself, he buzzed on. Then, slammed to the side, a wet, sticky monster of a feeling swept over him. In the flick of a wing, half his body was surrounded by it, and he was suddenly sucked back across the pond in the direction he had come, into a frog's mouth. Back seat buckled. I am sitting, back seat buckled, flipping handles and locked luggage that I will have to unpack myself with fidgeting hands that would rather dig a hole in the backyard where I plan to bury my regret and a few other things. Evening travel takes off. Headlights and cracked windows kill the last sun strips that cut across the red clouds, all puckering with color, wanting what I want. I kick the driver's back to stretch my legs, bumped and cramped with outlines corner-shaped. A strong finger from the front assures me that discomfort is not permitted, pointed as straight toward me as road attention allows. Engine stops and unback seat buckled. I roll out onto the dirt with no shoes, taking in the air of strange residence, avoiding pieces of dried and splintered wood near the dented, leaf-choked gutters, wondering about the significance of our new home being an old house. Feast enough. I laid down on this smooth, cold stone. The entire floor was seamless to the touch, each square perfectly cut. My nose still held the smoke from the censers the priests carried through the room that morning. My bare feet ached from the long walk, but the smile on my face could not be put away. No wind and a belly full of broth and bread were feast enough for me. First and last story. I dip warm fingers into cold at the edge of rolling tide waters. Swish, wash, shush. This, the tongue of the lake, tells the story. Its foam, the braille to my unhearing fingertips. Whispers of movement in the trees, followed by the careful observation of a declining water line. And then laughter at the memory of sap-thick air and the fresh pines singing for everyone the welcome song, gone with eroded shores. This may be my last visit and the only time I have heard this story. If I shared one of my own, perhaps the lake would thrive. The shore would be strong, and the one who brought me here in the first place would not have passed away. Water laps on my feet with another lake truth. I commune with earth and air, says she. I look up and hearken to a shrill cry. A mother flutters, alights her nest, to drop a fish for excited young, and the lake says, "Everything I give away is life." I drop to knees in the shallows, tiny rocks tearing at my skin, and weep, and for a long moment I am swept under to the bosom of the lake, releasing all fear, all hope, all worry, all regret, nestled to her held fast in the deep. Her heartbeat is all around me, thrumming with energy, beating with purity, singing with truth. I open my eyes and remember to breathe. Leaving the shore for the last time, I head back up mossy stone steps to the cabin. I dry off and bandage my knees. Thank you for tuning in today to Mystery Reading, live on Radio 5 from Deerport Station. I'm John Detweiler. Good day.